Susan. Welcome, everybody. I'm sure some others will come in a little bit. I'm just going to do some coloring until then. These are the ones we did the last time we had a color day. And I'm enjoying having these colored in here. So before Scott left for work, I just darkened the cats in a little bit. And I was thinking these I just kind of did with the pen I was using. I could just darken these in. So I was going to color like 2 pages of these in, and then maybe we'll do borders for this week, which I have from y'all picking them. So I was just going to quickly finish coloring in this page and do one more page of coloring in. And then, oh, I did mess it up. I knew I was going to do that. I'm such a dork. It's okay, though. Hi, Holly. Okay. Hi, Brittany. And I messed up. I was going to do every other one with the black center and one with the black border, and then I messed it up. So we're gonna roll with it. Let's see. Got wax paper between the pages because this is that pad that I got at the thrift store for, I think it was $1.89 or 89 cents. I can't remember which, but if you guys have Netflix, I would recommend you watch that Raising Dion. Oh, I just finished it. I binge watched that yesterday during the day, and then a little last night, and then finished it this morning. That was a good series. And that little actor, he's just adorable, that played Dion. Hi, Ruth. Oh, yay! Holly just got her internet back. On my wood one, I'm going to use these other markers because they don't go down quite as bad. These are just the writer one, the Zig writers. The Sharpies go down so dark. Hi, Mary. So I thought I would go over the black lines with the dark brown and then add some shading on my wood here. And then if the other markers cover up this dark, I can come in and touch it up maybe with a little of the black. But that Raising Dion, that was a good little series they had on Netflix. It's kind of borders on sci-fi, so if you don't like sci-fi, you might not like it. But I thought it was a well done series with a child actor in it like that. And the little guy, he did such a good job playing the role. That's probably where Susan's sharing it on Facebook. So And I fell asleep during Mary last night, and I startled back awake, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to go get in bed. So I went to bed at about 10:30, and I slept and slept and slept. And the mattress here, if you stay in the bed too long in this bed, it just kills my back. It just will put my back right out. It's really old mattress. If it was our bed, I'd go get a new mattress, but it's not ours. So I just contend with it and don't stay in bed too long. Although my doctor would like me to get a full seven minimum, but she'd really rather I'd got 8 hours of sleep every night. I forgot to check my chart to see if my lab results came back in. That is kind of nice that they can put your lab results up and you can look at them online yourself. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Samantha. Yeah. Thanks, Susan. Hi, Janet. Yeah, I needed the rest. We were up 2 days in a row, and Scott, he got up with me day before yesterday and went to that appointment with me. He didn't want me to go to that one by myself. He said, well, you've been awake most of the night worrying about it. He said, I wouldn't make you go by yourself. And so he went with me. He waited in the waiting room. I told him, I said, I kind of wish you'd come back with me, but that's all right. He was there to drive me home, and that's all that matters. These are the boards. Susan said, do boards. Or wood. I can't remember what you said. I think it was do boards. So I figured I'd color a little bit, do 2 pages, and then we'll do some borders today. And then depending on, what time it is and everything. We might do something else. I don't really have anything planned. I was just going to come on for a little while. I know that Vicki goes on at about, I think, 4:30, so I'd like to be off in time so I can watch some of Vicki. Vicki's usually on about the time I'm trying to do some things around the house, so I don't always stay very long, but I try to watch some each time she's on because I do enjoy watching Vicki. That's Vicki Ross. Just trying to put some little bit darker areas on some of these. And then this is a distress marker, Tim Holtz, but I don't know if it's dried out or not. It is pretty dry. I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday and I said, I'll get a cart just in case. And I never really find much when I have a cart, or down here we call them buggies. When I have a buggy, I don't find stuff. If I have, just my bare hands, I end up filling my hands up and have to go back for a buggy. So I went in thinking if I get a buggy, I won't find a bunch of stuff to buy. So that was my method. And all I bought yesterday was this pattern. They had Simplicity Patterns for $1.99. And I thought this dragon would make a nice little gift for my cousin. My cousin Heather is the same age as I am. We were both born in March. So we were raised kind of like sisters. Well, Tuesday, she had open heart triple bypass surgery. So I thought I might make her one and send it up to New York for her. And then I can't seem to find, Hobby Lobby didn't have very much fleece. And so I might have to make a drive over to Joann's. I need the, it's not regular fleece. You have to use the minky fleece, that's like for baby blankets. It's really, really soft. So I might have to drive over to Joann's and get some. I don't know what color I'll make her. I guess I'll look up and see what the color meanings are. Maybe I'll look up and see if there's a specific color for healing. There we go. My boards are painted. Oh, hi, Gertie. Oh, I wish you guys could send us some rain here in South Carolina. We are in drought, very bad. Remember in the spring, we had so much rain here. I was so sick of it. Yeah, we haven't seen any all summer. We get a little sprinkling, but nothing. North Carolina's had more rain than we have. So I would gladly take some rain. Now, I did the kitty cats with just the black earlier on my own because I just was darkening them. But now the spaceships, should they be multicolored spaceships or should they just be silver? I have silver. I have a silver pen somewhere. I've got so many pens in this thing, I can't get it open. There we go. There's a gel pen that's got glitter. What's this one do? Color off here. Ooh. That seems to have glitter in it too. It says Silver Star. So those could be fun used in combination, and then maybe do some white highlights here and there. Make them different colors. Green is for healing. Okay. So I'll look for some green minky. So what color should I make? I'm going to do this one because it's got wings. The other ones don't have wings. See, my cousin Heather collects dragons. So I thought I would make her one. So green and gold were our high school colors. Do silver with different color top bubbles. Oh, okay. So do the silver and then the tops do different colors. I can do that. So I wonder what color should I put with the green on the dragon? Amazon guys petting Bernadette. Let me go get that.
Hey, how are you?
All right.
There you go.
She loved that,
Oh, I know. I try to pet her. Last time I talked about she's been out, but
Yeah, she can't see you, but she can hear you all right. Her name's Bernadette. She's got cataracts real bad, and they told me it'd be like $5,000 to get them off. So
that's things about my job. I see dogs all the time.
Really?
I love dogs.
Oh.
I'm not too happy to see me, but for the most part, they're okay.
yeah, she loves attention. Everybody's her best friend. Aw, thank you. Reminds me of my son. Big old thick beard and everything. This should be my, yep, that's my gold spray paint. And the other is my refills for my Xyron machines. Maybe a mix of dark and light greens. Cool. Yeah, she's out there in her playpen, and he reached down and petted her, and she's just all the wiggles. All the wiggles. So we'll do this part with the silver. And this has got a little sparkle to it. The thing about this one, it's not wanting to flow. It's been sitting too long. There we go. Then I can come in with different colors on the top. He was saying that it's the best part of his day. He gets to see all kinds of dogs, except sometimes they are not so happy to see him. He said, but most of the time they are. I was like, well, if she's out there, you're free to pet her. She loves attention. Everybody's her best friend. Unfortunately, that means that she jumps up on people that might not like to be jumped on. But because not everybody knows, we didn't get her as a puppy. So she was 3 years old when we found her in the woods. Somebody must have just dropped her because she came running and jumped right in our car. What's bad is where they dropped her, there's like a 12-foot alligator that lives in those clay pits down there. Got to remember to do the little feet too. I wish I had a gold glitter pen that I could do like the dots in the windows. See what you guys are saying. Hey, Suze. You had a fire-breathing dragon. What? I bet that officer was curious. Well, here in South Carolina, we have an alien welcome center. My son's been there. He took pictures. UPS guy's still sitting out front. He must be sorting his boxes. They must have tipped over in the back of his van. I remember when I worked at Joann's and I was a store manager there, we used to have deliveries. When I first started working there, DHL delivered to Joann's and then they quit. Joann's quit working with DHL and they strictly moved to FedEx and UPS for deliveries. Plus the JB Hunt truck would deliver to us our warehouse orders. But he would come and he'd say, it's going to take me a minute because I turned a corner and everything fell off the shelves. And all I could think of is, don't they have straps to keep that stuff from flying off the shelves? That would seem like the thing to do. There he goes. And away he goes. Scott's fighting a sinus infection and he won't go to the doctor. I said, you should really go to the doctor. He said, you're a good one to talk. I was like, yeah, but I don't like doctors. He said, well, I don't much like them either. I think he felt like, and we've been in enough doctor's offices this week. I had a pneumonia shot. That's what I got before. So yesterday they said, your flu shot's past due. And I said, well, let's go ahead and get it. And my doctor said that the flu that's out this year is really bad. And she's been dealing with cases of it since August. So if you haven't had your flu shot, stop in at your local pharmacy. Usually your insurance covers the cost of it. And like Publix grocery store, if you get a flu shot at their pharmacy, they offer like a $10 gift card to use in the store. So, and I think the drugstores were doing that too. I'll look at chat here in just a minute. My doctor was wanting to know if I do any kind of resistance work to keep my muscles and my bones reminded to be strong. Be strong, bones. And I said, well, we are currently remodeling a house. She's like, so you're lifting and bending and stretching? And I was, yeah, I'm putting floor down and painting ceilings and, cleaning up yard and all this stuff. She said, well, what are you going to do when that's done? I said, we'll probably sell that house and start again on another house. Because that's just how we are. Yeah, they are horrible. Scott's had sinus infections for years, and they were better after his sinus surgery for a little while, and then they started back in again. And then we discovered he finally got to a new ENT that said that he had allergies. So Scott went through, the allergy shot regime. So now he doesn't have too many problems unless we get around a mold situation, or like right now, the fall weeds that are blooming, he is severely allergic to them. You had constant sinus infections in Montana? I would imagine any place that has a lot of moisture all the time, Scott would not fare well. So I guess Oregon and Washington are out for us. Well, I'm not going to worry that the little bubbles are getting colored in. Oh, my neighbor lady's home from the grocery store. I saw her leave earlier, but I didn't see her come back. The tops of these remind me of bubblegum machines for some reason. So, all right, this is the last color I have. I'll have to grab the red back, and we'll do the last one in red. I had these in that tin I bought, and then I cut a pattern out to make a teddy bear, and I had all the leftover pattern bits. So I just saved them, and I took out some rubber stamps and stamped a bunch of stuff on the tissue paper. Oh, woo woo! I bet that startled her. I wonder if well, I'm not going to say it because it might not go over well with YouTube. Yeah, I had pneumonia in high school, really, really bad. And then Scott and Greg got pneumonia really, really bad, and I didn't catch it. But after they had it, and I listened to Scott's lungs wheeze, I was like, I am not messing around. I'm going to get a flu shot every year. So that's why I do. Holly needs to refresh. Oh dear, I hope that doesn't mean her internet's going to go off on her again. Dollar Tree has good silver and gold pen sets. I'll have to check out ours. Hi, Zoe. Uh-oh. Yeah, I probably could have avoided it, because I do think I am pretty much immune to it, but I just don't want to take any chances. This is that other gel pen that's got the glitter cap. So we'll just put little glitter. She wanted me to get the shingles shot, but when I took it to the pharmacy, they said you have to be 60 years old to get those. So I said, I don't have any problem with skipping getting another shot today. Thank you very much. So I told Scott I would join a gym if I didn't think they'd close. Because, the story is every time I join a gym, the gym closes, shortly after I join. Scott said, they better not want you to do anything more than pay by month, because if you get a membership, they'll be closed. It's like, I know. I can't get them to understand that, but let's see what we can do about the little highlight at the top here. So yeah, if you have Netflix, I was just thinking about that little movie again, Raising Dion. It's not a movie, it's a series, and it's like 9 episodes. And I thought it was really good. Maybe a little highlight on the saucer part. Kind of like it on the other side too. Go. Aren't they cute? I think they're cute. I think I'll just go over the arrow. Maybe fill it in with a little of the silver. And then we'll go to the next page. I think gel pens are cool. I wish I'd had them when I was a high schooler, teenager. I remember when, I think it was Bic came out with the pen where you could click the little button down. I love that thing. I think mine was green, and it had red, black, and green, and blue ink. I love that thing. I would write letters to my great aunts, and each line would be a different color because I thought that was cool. It is a cute movie or show. I watched all of them. I'm not going to give away the ending, though. Oh, I messed that up. Maybe I can fix that. I looked up for just a second, and I went outside the lines. There we go. All right. Hi, Roesta. So there's that page done. Flip that over. This page, we colored most of it when we did them. So it won't take me but a minute to finish these, and then we'll do some other borders. Okay. So I figured I would do the needles just in silver. We have a, what's it called? A dehumidifier in the basement. And this time when they came to check the moisture content, there's hardly any moisture down there anymore. When we first moved in, it was horrible. It was really wet under there. And there was all this old canned goods from Scott's grandfather canned stuff before he died back in the 70s. So it was like ancient old when we moved in. And so we cleared all of that out, and that got rid of all of the snakes and mice in the basement situation and bugs. There are still those nasty, I don't know if you've ever experienced, they look like some kind of little cave monster, but they're grasshoppers, and they have these huge legs, and they live in wet, dark places. So when you flip the light on, they'll jump and hang on the wall. It creeps me out. I told Scott, I said, those could go away. He said, well, I had put some stuff down to clear them out, and Adele swept it up because she's a Southern sweeping lady. That's a Southern thing. They are obsessed with sweeping. Sorry if you're a Southern lady. And I don't have a need to put a broom in my hand every single day. So you might see a little bit of stuff on my floor occasionally because I'm not an obsessive sweeper. I think once a day at the end of the day is enough sweeping, if that even gets done. I'd rather be doing art than sweeping the floor. All right, so there's that. I'm not going to do the tic-tac-toe because it's just a doodle on. Anyway. We are just working on coloring in these borders we've done on previous Wednesday nights. Last night, I was just completely exhausted. I don't know why I keep making these early morning appointments, but I do. it's just hard when you don't go to bed till 1:30, 2 o'clock to have to be back up and at the doctor's office at like 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. And I used to have to be to work at 5 a.m. or 3 a.m. when I worked at Michael's. Scott's schedules just got us all on the upside down. Sorry, I go quiet when I'm coloring. Oh, you wouldn't like it here. The spittle bugs are active in the yard, and you'll just be walking along and they'll jump on your leg. But they're more of they look like a black ladybug. But they put this like spit on the grass is why they're called spittle bugs. When I first moved down here, the bugs were a big issue for me. I put some coffee in that cup. Yeah, these markers wick out so bad. These might not even look like cups by the time I get done. Oh, dear. Making poor Janet lose her lunch. Yeah, when I first moved down here, I had really bad time with the spring allergens. And I about lived on Benadryl when I first moved down here. Seems to be a very long time ago now. I told Scott if we go up for another of my class reunions to New York, I'll have to make sure to take lots of pictures because I don't know if I'll go again, but we'll see. Can't hardly see the flower on that one now. She can always come back in with a marker. Oh no. The big click, yep. All right, Holly, what have you named Morticia? Is it a cat or a dog? Or a ferret or whatever else people have? My niece and nephew had pet rats. Ugh. No, thank you. The only pet rats I have now are the ones the cats bring me in pieces. Ugh. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Might as well put all the centers in the flowers because they're all going to be yellow. Oops. Oh well. I made those flowers so small, I'm having trouble coloring them in with this pen that oozes everywhere. We'll come back in and fix that. Let's do this cup in green. Thanks to Anne for the new Sharpies. I am enjoying them. They work so good when they're new, like this. Yeah, I was gonna just get the fabric I needed for that dragon at Hobby Lobby, but they didn't have any. Oh, so you have a Morticia and Gomez. Howie's been acting like a jerk to Callie and Tippy. And Scott said last night when he went to get in bed, Tippy had already beat him to bed and Tippy was under the covers. He said, so I kicked Tippy out. And I was like, aw, Tippy was warm and cozy and comfy with Mom. And you kicked him out. He says, yep. It's my bed, not the cat's bed. Rotten. I said, and you wonder why he goes missing when I'm not here. He's probably mad at you. Kicking him out of bed. I should have colored my little moon in with the yellow while I had the yellow out. It's all good. Somebody told my cousin, welcome to the Zipper Club, because she had triple bypass. I'm glad she's doing okay. She says she's in a lot of pain. I'm trying to avoid that routine myself. Trying to do what I need to do to stay healthy. I need me a garden again. I told him, I said, you make me stay here any much longer, I'll be digging up Adele's yard to put a garden in. Need my hands in dirt. All right. Oh. Got to put something in their cups. It can be coffee or tea, depending on how I color them up, I reckon. see the chat's moving again. Give me a second. That one I might leave the flower white. See if I can take a white pen back in there and whiten the petals. Oh, and I need to color in the head on my stick person. There we go. They have, I learned about these from Barb Owen. They're a brush tip. So if you do just the tip of it, it's like a paintbrush. I really like them a lot. This is the second set. Anne bought these for me. And it's a permanent marker. But the set includes all these colors here. See if I can fill this in here. That worked. Let's put some coffee or tea or cocoa or something in this cup here. I don't know that that helps any. I don't know if that does anything, so I'm going to skip it. Do a little wispy line to make it look like there's something in the cup. Can y'all hear that blue jay outside? Oh, hi, Mark. Didn't see you sneak in. Oh, I see something I missed here. Let's sorry, in the zone. Do 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 do. Lucy and Desi, they're cow cats. We have Howard, which we call Howie, And Callie is a Callie cat. I call her my beauty queen. And Tippy and Spot, who is a spotted cat, lives on the porch, and he comes and goes. His brother Groucho left and never came back, so I don't know what happened with him, but he's no longer visiting. And then down at our house, we have Cole, who I rescued from here and took down there to be company for Piper, because Greg gets, he's 33 and single. So when he gets the urge to travel, he just takes off. And I didn't like the idea of Piper being there by herself. So I got Piper a friend, and then Greg rescued a cat out of somebody's wheel well that had been, Sally is the cat, and she survived an hour-long drive and then a full day in the heat inside a car. She was really dehydrated when Greg got her out. We didn't know if she would make it. And man, she's like Quicksilver now. She's just crazy. And she's getting fixed on Tuesday. So I got to go down to the house to do that for Greg, because he works nights. And if I relied on him to get her spayed, it would probably never happen. So I will just get her spayed, because I don't want kittens. Because I think 7 cats, if you count Spot, is enough in the family. That's more than enough. It's more than I ever wanted. And if Greg goes back in the Navy, Mom and Dad will have 7 cats. Because Greg can't take his cats with him. They'll have to stay with us. Because he will have to focus on, the work he has in the service. But so far, there seems to be trouble with getting paperwork. So it might not happen, but who knows? Oh, Mark, just go ahead and do a new one and just say, I don't know if I've already told you about this or not. I do that quite often. If I don't put things up right after I do a video, I am messed up. So I say, go for it. Just show us again. Oop, that's not a window, but this could be a window there. Dion across the street, or DJ, he's so sweet. He always checks to make sure there's no cats around his car by beeping. He beeps his car before he gets in. It sets the security going to make sure he's not going to run on our cats or anything. He's a sweet kid. Has some wild parties, but he's a sweet kid. We've told them before, we don't care. I mean, we were young once. Had people over. Isn't it funny how you quit doing that? You quit inviting people over after a while. A lot of Scott's friends have passed on. Cancer and bad choices. Scott's got a Navy friend that lives in the Bronx in New York. He was talking that maybe if we do go up for a reunion, that he might like to visit him in the Bronx. So we will see. Chat's moving again. I can see it out the corner of my eye. I don't know how Laura keeps up with her chat as good as she does. Yeah. Holly says she's not crazy yet. I love each cat out of all of them. They all have their very own personality. Sally cracks us up because she acts real all tough. But if something startles her, she's the biggest kitty cat ever. She takes off and acts crazy and she cracks us up. Scott said, I guess I'm destined to be known as the crazy cat daddy. I said, yeah, you love them as much as I do too. They say that we should be keeping our cats in because the bird population is decreasing because there's too many feral cats. I was like, well, I try to do my part, but the cats we have right now are used to going in and out. And this house is too small to have 3 cats indoors constantly. But I told Scott, I said, if we end up having to live in another development somewhere, we might have to build them their own little porch, or like Holly has a catio, because I don't like the idea of all the birds getting killed off. And I know mine kill birds because they'll bring me birds too. No matter how many times I tell them, no, you cannot kill the birds, they don't care. They're like teenagers. They'll do their own thing. We don't have to listen to you. Purple door. We need a purple door. It looks just as blue as the blue door to me. Let me go get the little stuff. Now the vet calls this stuff Furlax, but you can get this. I think I got this at Walmart before I quit going there. But it's Pet Ag Hairball Solution Gel, aids in reducing hairballs. So you just give them just a little bit. And what I end up having to do, because these cats don't really care for it too much, I'll just put some on my finger and then I'll smear it down their leg. And then they have to just smear it really good, because if it's just barely on there, they'll flick their paw and it's just like, I ain't eating that. So yeah, just make sure it's on good. And the reason I smear it is they'll sit there and lick their, to clean themselves up, and they'll end up getting most of it in there where they need to have it to get rid of the fur balls. But yeah, the one vet called it Furlax. So let's see here. Get these doors done, and this was Mindy's idea to do the doors. Well, it's finally turning cooler here, and so we've decided we maybe better prepare. We need to get the fig tree cut back a bit from the fuel oil tank, and Scott wants to put that filter in the line to the furnace from the tank. So we're going to do that this weekend, I think, because we're not. Oh, hang on. We're not going to the house this weekend. I don't know if this one will still write or not. I guess we'll soon find out. Gold. Gotta give it gold knobs. And kind of just prep and get things ready. I don't think we have a frost in the works yet, but better to not wait until the last minute. Now this door is made of boards, so I thought I'd take the gold. And then maybe around the door. There we go. I probably should have put some color in there before I went over that with the gold. All right, well, I think that's going to be good enough on those. All right, so let's see. Yeah. Yeah, but the fur balls can also cause blockages, which are not good at all. So I've always given them I give them that about once a month is all. When they're really shedding hard, I don't want them to get a blockage, because that would mean a huge vet bill that I don't have. Oh, it's marker. I didn't cut myself. Jeez. All right. So we're going to call that good on coloring. And we'll do our next ones, our next borders. Just do a flip for anybody that hadn't seen these borders. These are ones we've done before. There's our little spaceships we colored in today. I like how those turned out. And there. And then we'll be to this page needs to be colored. Might color those in with colored pencil, the larger ones. I might leave that in until later, and I'll go get another piece. These are the ones I did with Mary the other day, or the last month. Got to color those in. These I started to color and then stopped. Same here. These were fun. I enjoyed that page. And then I did this weird one with Mary where I ended up facing pages. So, and these are the ones I tried to do last time. And I kind of like doing them with the ballpoint pen. That pen that, what did I do with it? Kathy sent me. I put it up. And you know, when you put something up, that's not it. I think it's this one. I think it's that one. Yeah, a signal. So what I do is I make the lines with my ruler, and then we do the borders. My cats are pampered little beasties that get fancy feast. I told him, I said, I'm going to switch you over to something like the larger cans of 9 Lives because you guys are eating too much. And then Publix had the Fancy Feast on sale, so I went and got some of that. Instead of trying to switch them over to another food, they say don't change their diet too often. Tippy! Tippy's coming to the door. I'll let him in real quick. He's been gone since about 5 this morning, off doing whatever Tippy does. Don't you wish you could just strap a camera to the cats and have Catavision and find out where the little booger goes? Hi, baby. Hi. You not going to talk to me? Where you been? He's not saying a word, you guys. He says, Mom's the word. All right, I'm going to give you one can. Yeah. There you go. All right, let me pull my book up here and we'll figure out what we're going to do. I haven't started Inktober and it's already the 10th, so I don't know if I'm going to do it this year. We need to do 9 through 16. So the first one is from Beth. So we'll write Beth's name right here. And she said rings. So I kind of did, I was thinking bubblegum machine rings would be fun to do. So do kind of a wavy border. I don't know if that looks much like a ring or not. These rings aren't very good. My hand-eye coordination isn't as good as it was when I started doing these. That almost looks more like a gem. At our house, Susan, you hear, no, 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 don't do that. And usually by the time I'm to, don't do that, it's already up. And then it's like, get paper towels, throw it, clean up the stuff. Ugh. Gifts from felines. Of course, if you wanted to just do gold bands, you could just do a row of bands across. Yeah, mine have been hunting hard and heavy. Scott said that with the weather changing, they're just finding more rodents to kill because the rodents are coming up toward the house more. And I hadn't even thought about it until he said that. And I was like, you're probably right. They are probably just doing the job they were made to do. I just wish they wouldn't gift me with half of things, like half a squirrel or half a rat. I could be glad if they just didn't involve me in the whole procedure at all. I just would be fine if they would just not even involve me. Hello. Tippy, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Oh, did you miss me? You're going to have to get down, honey. Come here. Oh. Oh, don't be getting sick on me because you gorged yourself. All right, so we did rings. Now, Isla said do bats. So I looked up this cute little bat that looks like a bowling pin with wings. So do a rounded head and then do a bowling pin bottom and then give him the little flipper feet like that. And then have his wings come up. This guy's got some long wings. I didn't mean for his wing to be that big, but and they have little things at the top of their wings that they use to kind of hang on. And then do the little things like this. He's gone to eat more. I don't know where he's putting it. And then they have the little ears. And little fangs. It's one little bat. Good news about the bat, it won't take too many of them to fill up a row. Timmy people. Oh, you're meaning the Tim Holtz people that I know Mary uses them a lot on her ATCs and things, postcards. Bats are so cute if you ever get to see one for real. They just look like little mice with wings. And their wings are like leather. We used to they would fly into the milk room windows on the farm, and we'd see them when we'd be headed to the house, and the big light, we had one big light that was up on a pole that shined so that we could see to get back to the house. Because I mean, out in the country, once it gets dark, it is dark. And they would fly into the milk room windows trying to get at the bugs that would gather when we were in the milk room, cleaning up, because you have to scour the milk room down every night with a Clorox mixture, scrub everything down. And we just find the poor little things just on the ground just outside the milk room when we'd come out. Poor little guys. All right, I did bats. Who said bats? Isla. I think paper dolls is something that was on the list. All right, now Deborah said hummingbirds. I'm working off a list I got over here. Oh, the paper dolls. Okay. I see what y'all are talking about. Timmy stuff. So, no, don't come up here. I'm busy right now. This is supposed to be a hummingbird. Tippy, honey, I can't hold you right now. Excuse me, sir. You're kind of being annoying. I know. Did you have a good morning? Is this what you wanted? Just a little pet? Okay. He's rotten, is what he is. I don't know if they can hear you. I can't. Oh. I know they can't see you. I told Scott, I said I could probably get one of those baby harnesses that's like a hammock that the mama wears, and I could probably stick him in it and tote him around all day. My hummingbird doesn't look very good. I guess I should have looked at some more pictures of hummingbirds because this one looks ridiculous. There's some sorry looking hummingbirds, and this hummingbird doesn't even have any little legs. I don't know what they do with their legs when they're flying. My hummingbird kind of stinks. I'll try to draw a few more. I don't know. This is not looking very good. They show that they have kind of a little curved beak. I guess to get down into the honey. Not honey, but nectar. Maybe I'm making his wings too short. I probably am. That poor little hummingbird, he couldn't go very far, I don't think. Yes, this is supposed to be a hummingbird. I don't know. Yeah, their feet can't be very long, you know. Oh, something's got me going. Sorry, guys. Maybe Tippy got into something that I'm allergic to because I wasn't coughing until he sat in my lap. Well, I don't know. These hummingbirds are having issues. I might look at some more and finish my row out off onto something else because these hummingbirds, they need a 12-step program. 12 steps to me getting better at drawing them. So let's move on. Janet said scarecrows. So I wonder if I can draw this little guy smaller. Start with his hat. And then he had a rounded head. And his arms come straight out. Tippy, you're making Mommy cough. What did you get into? Huh? What did you get into, buddy? And yes, I've made him too big. And then they showed hay sticking out his sleeves down at the bottom, and then out his hat. And he had a band on his top, and then give him a goofy face. So let me see if I can draw him smaller. So I want him to fit on the space I've got allotted for him. That's a little bit better. He's about the right size. Hey, Mina. Oh, Roysta had to leave. Oh, yeah, it's bedtime for them. He's not happy at all, are you? See, he's got a boo-boo. What's on your nose right there? What is that? Okay, I'll stop. I gave this one too small a head, I think. Oops. You leaving? Are you leaving me? You seem like you're getting ready to become, I don't know, mud and slide off. You gonna slide off my leg? Huh? draw one. Though these are supposed to be hummingbirds, Mina, but they sure don't look like it. See, the one I looked up, that's the sample I have to go from, and I don't much care for it, so I might look them up again. Maybe we'll try hummingbirds another time. Let's see if we can just do another scarecrow with a different hat, maybe. Give him a straw hat. A little band. Oh, you're leaving me? Okay. All right, I'm going to put you guys back down since he's like said, forget it, Mom. You're not giving me all of your attention, so I'm leaving. Might have to go get something to drink before I drive you guys crazy with his cough. I'm going to put some straw out at his neck, too. This guy's sleeping. He's sleeping on the job. These poor scarecrows. Maybe I'll just make him stop at the edge there. Bring his overall straps on down here. Put some buttons. There we go. All right. Let's put one more about that size right here. Oh, this one looks mad. Maybe the crows got all of his corn. Maybe that's what happened there. All right, so maybe I should put a note over here that these are supposed to be hummingbirds. Bats, rings, scarecrows. Next is black crows. I don't know if I can do a crow on here or not. Well, that's one black crow. Hang on, Callie. Come on. I'm gonna get something to drink, guys. You go, Callie. Better get it out of there. Tippy'll eat it all. Be a pig. Whew. I don't know what's got me going. There we go. I haven't tried any dyeing with the avocados. Scott doesn't really care for avocado much, so I don't buy them too often. I guess I could buy them for dyeing since he don't want to eat them. I'm gonna give this crow a few hairs. Maybe he thinks he's Elvis. My crows look like they've been through a blender. That one's got a beer gut. I don't know where these birds have been going, but. All right, who's doing that now? Callie, you just came in. She's like, I don't like what they're serving at this restaurant. I want to go back out. I'm thinking I could get a better meal next door. You gonna go bother Mr. Bernie next door and get you a better meal? Sometimes I think he does feed you guys something. They don't look like blackbirds too much, I don't guess. All right. Bernadette, you okay? Do you want to go back out too? Or are you here to stay with me? You gonna go? Up to you, buddy. Up to you. Make a decision, in or out. All right. All right, so maybe I won't have to jump back up for 5 minutes or something. Sorry, we're in the cat herding hours. Anybody that might be new watching, you have to bear in mind I am owned by multiple cats. and sometimes their needs have to be met or they'll just be really annoying. Oh, that one's got tail issues. Oh, I gotta have a little bit of his other wing sticking out there. Their beaks might be too big. I don't know. Susan Hale, Suze, is giving ingredients on how to use your avocados for dyeing your paper. 1 avocado skin plus the pit, fresh or dry. Add a half teaspoon of baking soda, pour boiling water over it, and she uses a glass. I think if I did it, I think I'd use Pyrex since it's boiling water, but that's me. That one looks worried. I have a worried crow. Well, I don't know if that's what you were looking for, Janet, but that's about as good as a black bird can get with me. All right. So that was Janet. Let me write Janet down here. I think it was Janet. Yeah, Janet. And this is supposed to be a crow. All right. And now Holly said jack-o'-lanterns. So you can do your jack-o'-lanterns with all kinds of faces, all kinds of shapes of the pumpkin. Right. I'm not filling in their eyes because I was thinking if I color them, I'll want to use yellow for inside to make it look like they're lit up. So that's why I'm not coloring in the eyes. Just gonna give that one a plain mouth like he has no teeth. I don't know about these jack-o'-lanterns. Hi, Janice. We're doing some jack-o'-lanterns here. Sorry, I went mute. I was coughing a minute ago, and I thought maybe I need to quit talking for a few minutes and let my voice catch up with me. All right, there's Holly's jack-o'-lanterns. All right, next one was from Janice, and it's donuts. Donuts. So this one's got sprinkles on it. I think it's a jelly filled or cream filled because it's showing the side. You could do a whole row of them. This one's just going to be like a pumpkin with nothing on it. Just a regular cut donut. Oh, in high school, one of the things I learned to make in home ec was jelly-filled donuts. And I went home and I just made donuts just about every day. This one will put some frosting on this side here. Maybe a few sprinkles. Like that. Let's do one like this. some frosting around it. Somebody's got a belt skipping. And then another one that's just a pumpkin cut cider one. Just looks kind of wrinkly. Sprinkles on this one. Then we'll do one more that looks like the side angle of one. So it's like that. This one we'll put some sprinkles on. There we go. Donuts. And then the last one was Violet. Said teddy bears. Teddy bears. Yep, donuts was Janice's idea. I think I'm going to start with his feet. And then that way maybe I can keep from making him too tall. See, I'm not going to manage it. His head's going to end up with the donuts. This teddy bear is not very good. Well, let's move over here and we'll try again. Top of his head. And there's an ear. Ear. This limiting my space is what's killing me. See, I can't make it small enough to fit the space. Maybe by the time I get to the end of the row, I'll have a full teddy bear on here. And then he's got this thing here. Let's try again. It's like Mary said, just keep trying, you'll get it. I'm going to go ahead and give this one his mouth down here. And pretend maybe he's hiding, eating a donut back here. Let's see if I can do this. Why am I having such a hard time shrinking him down in my mind? Sorry, I'm going to go quiet for just a minute. Stupid bear anyway, won't fit. It's not the bear's fault. Little tiny arms. Oh, it's too small compared to his head. These teddy bears are having trouble. I don't know if teddy bears is a good thing for me to try to do for a border. It's getting closer. Maybe by the time I get to the last one, I'll make him fit on the row. Yeah, it's a Franken bear. It's just little bits and parts here. It's so much easier to draw something like this larger. I guess that goes to show not everything's as easy as you think. Oh yeah, teddy bear border. That would be great. I can do that. No problem. Not. Oh, I might actually get a teddy bear on here. Gotta give him his bottom here. And then he's got little things on his paws there. And you give him a big round muzzle on the top. Little bitty eyes. Feel like I'm trying to draw a gummy bear. Thanks, Tony. Tony says, you can do it. Yes, you can. Drawing gummy bears. That's what it looks like I'm trying to draw. That one looks more like Mickey Mouse. My eyes are going cross trying to do this. I'm sitting here going, Oh Mary's right. The more you do, the easier it gets. So I'm going to let my fingers rest a minute. So next time we'll do a rose, a barn, an angelfish, a spooky house, a sand dollar, candy corn, ghosts, and a pretzel. So these are the ones we're going to do there. Whose idea was this? Violet's. It's all Violet's fault. Violet wanted teddy bears. I like the concept of the teddy bears in a row. My fingers don't much care for, oh my goodness, this one's got Dumbo's ears. Yeah, getting him to fit down here is my problem. Oh boy. I ought to draw a pattern up and try to sew a bear that looks this bad. Ugly teddy bears. Brought to you today by Aunt Beck. Anyway. Oh my gosh, my fingers are cramping, you guys. Yeah, I know. It's supposed to be easy borders. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to stop because my hands are cramping. All right. Does anybody want to do a prompt session? It's almost 4:30 though. Let's wait and do that another day. We'll do a prompt session another day because I want to be able to go watch Vicki Ross. And Vicki will be on shortly. I think she comes on Thursdays, 4:30. I hadn't seen her pop on yet. But if you guys want to play and don't mind missing Vicki, I can do a Dirty Dozen. I'll let you guys vote. You want me to close up or you want to do a Dirty Dozen with me? Vicki started about 15 minutes ago. Okay. Maybe these are well-loved teddy bears then, that have been dragged through the mud, dropped in the gutter. I don't know. Those poor things have had, we got lots to color yet, but I'm not coloring anymore today. Dirty Dozen, Ann says. All right, let me, I'm going to need a piece of paper to write down the prompts and a piece of paper to do it on. I still have to catch up on Mary's shadow box. What week is Mary up to in her shadow boxes? Because I only have, I think, 4 done. All right. 5 are done, so I'm only done. 5 was last week. Okay, so I just need to do 1 shadow box to get caught up. All right, well, let's see. We can do sticks. That'd be easiest because they're right here. We'll just do these sticks. I found my little watercolor brushes I got to put in my little kit to take with me. So I'm just going to do these sticks that we have here. This is the things I was going to do on Monday that didn't get done. I'll just use the back of that to write the prompts down. So you guys want me to pull, I'm going to pull some alternates. Alternates are stamp on tissue paper, these are the ones that you can do if you don't like a prompt I pulled to actually do. Prompt 2 for alternate, add a photo or a collage. I have to write them down so that I can put them in the description box later for those that aren't here now. Add neon. And the last alternate is stitch on the page. Come on, Becky, spell stitch. Stitch on page. And that can be faux stitching or real stitching. All right, prompt 1. Up jump Mary. All right. Journal on the page. Well, I've got a pen in hand, but this thing is not permanent. Journal on the page. Metallic marker. It's not what I thought I had grabbed. I keep grabbing ones that I think are just like Sharpie markers. There we go. Journal on the page. My hand is tired. It's jumping all over the place. All right, there's my head scratch. I'm going to call the next one. It's all going to get covered up anywhere, so you can write anything you... Do a resist. Do a resist. I've never done a resist. What should I use for a resist? A crayon? Crayon resist? I've got crayons here somewhere. Here's crayons. Scott bought me a box of crayons. If I use a white crayon, we'll see what happens. Let's just do... I guess if I'd use colors, then I'd have some color on the page in case we don't get any colors. All right, I've added some crayon here. So, oh, and I didn't write it down. That was do resist. All right. Oh, I hope I didn't shake crayon in my water. Let me see. No, I don't think so. So you're saying I could use masking tape as a resist, couldn't I? Might do that too. What did I do with it? Oh no, what did I do? I just got in 1/4 inch masking tape. What did I do with it? Did y'all see where I put it? Ha ha ha. Hardy har har. I found it. Yep, I got 1/4 inch masking tape off Amazon. It was like $8.97 for 3 rolls. I do have some of that, what's it called? The stuff you can paint on and then remove. But I'm not sure where it is at the moment. Oh, you know what? I'm not pulling off some of the stickum. Let's see. I guess if I'm careful, I can get this to come loose. Oh, it stinks. This tape stinks. All right. That'll come off later. So are we ready? Hi, Keisha. Oh, I'll have to look that up, Janet. That video by Shell. I saw where her and Peg were live earlier, but I didn't watch. We're just doing a prompt session, and we've done 2 prompts so far, which was journal on the page and then do a resist, which I've used a white crayon and some masking tape. And now we're doing prompt 3 that says add drippage. And we have alternates if you don't want to do a prompt I've already done. Or if you're just watching, that's fine too. Drippage. I'm going to stay in theme of fall. So I'm going to get some fall color on my page. I'm going to lock the door. Got helicopters going over again. That usually means something's happened out on the main road, which drives me crazy. I will be so glad to be moved out of here. Okay. I didn't bring my paintbrush cup in here. That made a mess. Got my new thrifted shirt on too. Woohoo! I got some color. I'll go ahead and bring some baby wipes over. Let's stick this in here. All right. My mouse went to sleep. Here it is. There's Chelsea's video for using the baby powder as a resist. Let me make a note that I'll put that link into the description box too. If I can read my own hand scratch later. All right, I'm going to dry a little bit here. Or not. It's not plugged in. A heat gun won't work unless it's plugged in, you know? Keisha, are you live at a particular time and day? Everybody's asking. Ooh, my tape's coming loose. Oh, cool. Whew. I don't worry about the stuff getting on the back of these, even if I'm making postcards, because it just adds interest to the back of the postcard. All right. Are we ready for number 4? Number 4. I want to pull one. It says paint an egg shape and doodle in it. I'm going to change the egg shape to a pumpkin, okay? So instead of paint an egg shape and then doodle in it, paint a pumpkin and then doodle in it. That way we'll stay with the theme of the season, okay? Yeah, paint a pumpkin. I'm going to paint several pumpkins. I don't have a lot of room on here. Knocking stuff on the floor. Yeah, I'll put this over here. I'm going to turn this. Y'all are probably going to see more things than table's getting crowded. I think it's time to clear it off. Pass or rebel, Mary. You've got the 4 alternates, so you can choose one of those. Or you can add gold if you want to. I'm going to quickly put some pumpkins on here. And then I got to dry them, and then I got to doodle in them. I got things falling on the floor all over behind me. And these are going to just be quick pumpkins because I figure I can fix any anything I need to with my doodling. I'm in the zone. Sorry, guys. I'll get back to you here in just a sec. Yep, it's the first month of pumpkinism. I know I'm a nut. It's okay. I didn't mean to cover all that up. All right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait until the end and do the doodle part of it. So I'm holding my doodling till the end. Can come back in and bring my pumpkins back up background and then doodle on them as my last thing I do on there. All right, so I'm going to pull the next prompt because I'm holding my doodling for later. Prompt 5. Thanks, Janet. Oh, I don't want to do prompt 5. It says add a door. We're skipping that one. Gelatos. 5 is gelatos. I just didn't want to do a door on a postcard. Gelatos, gelatos. See, I have a gold gelato that's kind of in theme. And I've got a couple gold gelatos. So I'm going to use gold gelatos. This one's about empty, I think. All right. I don't know if these will hit right, but I can always bring that gold gelato back in and do some borders on my postcards. All right. Everybody ready? Number 6. Says, not doing that one. No. Going to end up with no prompts here in a minute. Paint with a pipette or a stick. All right. I'm going to do the stick. This one seems kind of runny. Everybody always hits a rough stage here. It'll improve over time. It always does. And it doesn't say you have to make little marks. I'm going to make 4. I usually keep one and surprise 3 people with some. And I try to send to different people each week that I do one of these. I'm trying to cover up the white bits now. UPS. Oh, Susan's giving some. All right. I'm going to call that good enough on that one. All right. I guess it looks all right. Let's see. I'd like to be off here shortly. Let's see. 7. Prompt 7 says, well, it says use tape. Use tape. I think I'm going to add some neon to mine. All right. Just leave that there. So I did neon. So I'm going to check that I did neon. Put a number 3 down here. I need to dry a little bit, I think, before I go further. Heat gun alert. right. I'm going to pull 8. Number 8 is, no. Modeling paste for texture. Modeling paste. I'm going to go ahead and take my tape off now instead of at the end so that I can use the modeling paste and not have to worry about damaging it, later. And I'm not trying to keep this because it's rolling all up on itself. Anyway. And it's not all that pretty. I should have left little tails on either end so that it would be easier to get up off from the paper. Oh, see, I gotta remember to remove some of the adhesion from the tape. All right. Texture paste. It's Tri Art Finest Quality Modeling Paste in matte. And I think it was from Cheap Joe's or Dick Blick. Because Scott ordered it for me for Christmas one year, I think. It's nice and smooth, and it's easy to work with. I like it. All right. Might stick that in the water and let it sit there for a little bit. Ooh. Right. Sit that there. All right. It's gonna need some help before the end of it. I can tell that right now. Well. Well, it's still really wet. Yep, 4 prompts to go. I'm going to pull number 9. If I don't like it, I might just start getting you guys to give prompts. Skip or drag a brush. Skip or drag a brush. Okay, Sharon, thanks. I'm just going to use some of this paint over here. And just add some paint here and there. I kind of like that watery yellow. Ann says she's using gold for Mary. This is kind of dragging it, right? I'm dragging it across the page, covering up a lot of, ugh. I'll probably go back in and bring my pumpkins back to the foreground with whatever paint's left on here. Okay. Let's bring some of this back of the dripped paint over the bricks. Now, there are some people saying, oh, that's a hot mess. It never stays a hot mess. I mean, I'll say never, not never, but rarely stays a hot mess. I won't let it. Anything can be fixed. All right. Reminds you of cheeseburgers. I got ketchup and mustard here. Mary's probably working on something and listening. That was 9. I'll probably go back in and paint the pumpkins, but I think I'm going to have to let this stuff here get really good and dry. Got some spots where it's still wanting to lift off, but it's getting better, but I think it's going to need some time to dry on its own. All right. What are the first 3 prompts? The first 3 were journal on the page. Number 2 was do a resist. And number 3 was add drippage. Janet's popping them in there for you guys. And I'm going to pull number 10. If it's not something I like. Nope, we're not doing that. All right, you guys give me a prompt. What should I do next? Because I don't like the rest of these prompts. First prompt that pops up is the one we'll do. Stencil. All right. Janet said stencil. Then we'll do circles and add blue. All right. So that's the last 3 prompts. Stencils, circles, add blue. Stencils, circles, add blue. Excuse me. I know I got this out of here. Stencils. Ugh. I got out way too much paint. This is a Waverly stencil. I think it came from Wally World. The stuff, texture paste, is not dry. Oh, Susan's leaving. Good night. All right, so I'll slap this somewhere. Circles is next, right? Circles. Circles, circles. think I'm going to let it dry and then cut it apart, put my pumpkins back in and do that doodling on the pumpkins. And I'll probably doodle in gold because I got my gold pen here. I think I got enough to do 4 postcards. Could be wrong. We'll see. I thought I had another gold pen somewhere. Just not sure where. What color should I do the circles? Hey, Zoe. And I'm going to add the blue. Should I do green circles? Would green work? Holly says green would work. I'm going to mix this green with the cream that's left here. And just... Some of this will get covered up with the pumpkins, but some of it will peek out. And then we need to add the blue. And then I'm going to let you guys go. And I'm going to just let this dry on its own. It can be any shade of blue. All right, guys. I guess this is it, and I'll let you go. And Mary, are you going to do a live in the morning, or do we see you tomorrow night? I know she didn't do one this morning because she was sweet and took over my time last night to keep my time open for me, which was really nice of her. I'm just sorry I couldn't stay awake. I was just so out of it. That one I picked up some of the orange somehow. Oh, I see. I dragged it through it. That's all right. All right, guys. There we go. That's my prompts. And what I'll do is when it's dry, I'll cut this into the what is it, 3.5 by 5.5 inch postcards. And then I'll paint my pumpkins back on and I'll do some doodling in the pumpkins. All right, Mary says she's going to maybe try, if she's not there by, 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central. She's still enjoying her covers. And we'll see her tomorrow night, okay? So thank you guys so much for coming and playing with me for a little bit today. And I'll try my best to be here next Wednesday, but I may be down at the house. And I don't know how that would play out. I can take my computer and camera and everything with me, but I think I'm going to still be down there taking care of a kitty unless I can make some arrangements to confine her. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.